action.
Good evening and welcome to Poly TV Channel News. I'm Fatin Wahida Amalin, your host for today, and I'm bringing you the latest updates on devastating natural disasters that has struck again. A strong earthquake rocked a large swath of the northern Philippines, injuring at least 36 people and forcing the closure of an international airport and the evacuation of patients in a hospital, officials said Wednesday. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology said Tuesday night's magnitude 6.4 quake, which was set off by movement of a local fault, was centered 9 kilometers northwest of Abra province at a depth of 11 kilometers. The Philippine Tsunami Warning System said no warning or advisory was issued. The quake was felt across a wide area of main northern Luzon region, including in some parts of metropolitan Manila, more than 400 kilometers south of Abra. At least 10 people received mostly minor injuries in Abra, mainly from falling debris, and 26 others were injured in Ilocos Norte, the home province of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. The international airport in Ilocos Norte's capital city of Laog was closed Wednesday due to damage from the quake, and at least 2 domestic flights were cancelled, officials said. Marcos Jr. said authorities were inspecting roads and buildings. Most people are asking for tents because they are afraid to go back to their houses because if these have been weakened and an aftershock hits, they may get hurt, he said at a news conference in Manila. More than 400 aftershocks have been detected, but only a few were felt by people, officials said. The damages caused by the storm is extensive. Homes have been destroyed, roads have been washed away, and the power lines have been knocked down. Our thoughts and prayers go out to all those affected by this disaster. Emergency services are working tirelessly to help those in need. Rescue teams have been deployed to search for survivors, and medical teams are providing aid to those who have been injured. I would like to express my gratitude to these brave men and women for their selfless efforts. It's just terrible. I've never seen anything like this before. My home is gone and I have nowhere to go, but I'm just grateful to be alive, a resident said. The outpouring of support from the community has been truly heartwarming. Many local businesses and organizations have stepped forward to provide food, clothing, and shelter for those who have been displaced. I would like to extend my thanks to all those who have helped in any way. The road to recovery will be a long one, but we will get through this together. We will continue to bring you updates on the situation as more information becomes available. Moving on to celebrity news. The annual World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, which wrapped up last week, gathered business leaders and political elites to discuss, among other things, the impact of climate change and what could possibly be done about it. The 3-day event saw appearance from high-profile climate activists, including 17-year-old Greta Thunberg, who gave a speech in which she scolded world leaders for not doing enough to tackle the problem. After the speech, Thunberg was photographed with United Kingdom's Prince Charles, a longtime climate activist who launched an initiative to encourage rapid decarbonization. Yet, his travel habits appear to be at odds with his purported goal of reducing carbon emissions. According to the British tabloid, the Daily Express, the 71-year-old chartered multiple private flights this month for business, yet half of them had no passengers on board. The trip reportedly covered nearly 8,000 miles and emitted 75 tons of carbon. But Charles is not the only one with ostensibly hypocritical practices on climate change. Here are a few other climate activist celebrities who have not practiced what they preach. Thom Yorke, the frontman behind the English rock band Radiohead, known for his involvement in environmental cases. But his job, which involves touring by plane, seems to fly in the face of saving the planet. In an interview with BBC in September 2019, the 51-year-old musician appeared to concede as such. The thing I've always struggled somewhat with is that if I'm campaigning on climate change, I'm someone who has to fly for my work. So boom, I'm a hypocrite. I totally agree I'm a hypocrite, but I'm trying to do something about it, and yes, you're right, I'm a hypocrite, he said. Leonardo DiCaprio is a well-known champion of the environment, having founded an organization dedicated to raising awareness of climate change. But the 45-year-old actor has also repeatedly drawn criticism for his use of a private jet to attend events. Following an appearance at Global Citizen in New York in 2019, DiCaprio was wildly mocked for his use of yachts and private planes. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have been slammed for their extensive use of private jets, despite their professed commitments to fighting global climate change. The couple sparked outrage last summer after outlets reported that they had flown 4 private jets in just 11 days. It was later revealed that Elton John had paid for one of their flights to reserve their safety and privacy. Amid negative publicity, Harry conceded that no one is perfect, but we all have a responsibility for our own individual impact. And that's the news for now. We will be right back in the next hour. I am Fatin Wahida reporting for Poly TV channel right here in Malaysia.